pretty much the only series that I can say that we have ever.
And I've not watched that, so I have nothing to add.
Yeah, love it. It is a psychological thriller is all it is.
I'll have to check it out. But right now my TV plate is kind of full. I just discovered, I just forgot the name of it. It's on Netflix. House of Cards. I just discovered that I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning last night binge watching. I'm at
oh, wow.
episode 11 when I was on episode 6 when I started watching last night. Do the math. I'm lame. Happy Saturday night. Well,
we're really lame because we'll watch episodes on the Food Channel, or we'll get on the History Channel, or that's our kind of channels. We'll leave it on, and if things come up, because Mark likes the History Channel, so he watches a lot of stuff on that. But yeah, we'll do shows over and over and over on those channels.
And you mentioned Reese Witherspoon and her new news. It's her website, draperjames.com.
Mm-hmm.
So she has joined the likes of Gwyneth Paltrow, Blake Lively, and I didn't know this, but Julianne Hough, and she has her own website that she launched this last Tuesday. And I do want to send a big thank you to Angela P. On Twitter. She sent me this article, or I may have missed it, letting me know that this did launch. So it's draperjames.com. You checked it out.
I did.
When I first clicked on it, I went, holy crap, that tank top's $100 and something.
Yes. I think that's probably what I said to myself.
That's not in my budget. But
it is her clothes. It's definitely her style.
Yes.
But yeah, and the purses I didn't like. But the stuff is very cute.
I didn't go beyond that. I looked at that and I was like, nope, okay.
Yeah, I looked at the first page of the stuff, and yes, $225 for, I don't know, a bracelet.
But I bet she's going to make money. I bet she's going to do well.
Oh, she will. It's very cute if that's your style. It's very cute.
And the backstory of the website, Draper James is a combination of her grandparents' names. And I thought that was just adorable. And according to the website, it's focused on Southern style, which is her style.
Yes.
She said that my grandparents taught me everything I know about gracious Southern living. From them, I learned to dress and act like a lady, to take pride in my home, to reach out to help a neighbor, and to always invite everyone in for a visit, which is definitely the Southern way.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. And that it is her. I mean, it's very appropriate for her.
Right. When she married Ryan Philippe, I was like, what's happening?
Right.
I see her with a Southern gentleman. I don't know who her current husband is. But
Jim Toth.
Yes. But I don't know what he does. I don't know anything about him. I don't know. But she's a doll, and her kids are adorable, and I bet she's going to make a lot of money off this website.
Well, I'm sure she needs it, so I'm sure she will.
Right.
Yeah, she's cute. She deserves it. That's all I have to say about that. I like her.
And speaking of her again, we have had recently a contest for listeners to go here in the Denver area to go see her brand new movie, Hot Pursuit. It came out Friday.
Yes.
Is that a movie you might see?
Yes, ma'am. But we'll buy it. We will buy it.
Gotcha.
See, that's our thing. We do not go to the movies, and I'm sorry to say that for us to sit still for 2 hours is... We can't do it.
I'm the same way. I love movies at home because, one, I can have my flannel comfy pants on and no one's going to judge me. And I can hit pause when I have to pee. I can hit pause when I want to get a snack. I don't have to sit there. I'm the same way. I've told Steve this over and over again.
We'll wait. And when we want to see something, we will wait and we'll go buy it when it comes out.
That makes sense.
If this will be good, and yes, we will see this.
I gotta say, there was a lot of build-up. There were like 50 different versions of the trailer, and I was like, oh, I hope they're not revealing too much, but they didn't.
Now, did you go, or
I did.
Just the you did go.
I did get to go. Yes. The winners, I mentioned this last week, Natalie and Kendra, they were able to bring their partners in crime to the movie, and then Steve and I got to go see the movie as well the same night, and it wasn't Steve's cup of tea. But it's a chick flick, but it's not your typical chick flick. There's no, it's not Sweet Home Alabama. It's hilarious. I was laughing through the whole entire thing.
See, that would be our kind of thing to watch. But the hype that was made up around Tammy with.
I didn't see that one. I was afraid of that.
See, we bought it. Well, we bought it, and that was, I'm sorry, the dumbest movie I think I've ever seen.
That's what I love about you. You're honest.
There wasn't one thing that was funny about it. To me, there wasn't. So, yeah, we'll definitely see this one, and this would be up our alley.
Did you see Bridesmaids?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
Isn't it old?
Bridesmaids, yeah, it's a few years old. But it was funny and very similar to this.
I have to check that out. Yeah, I'll check that out.
So just to give our listeners the summary, Hot Pursuit is about an uptight policewoman played by Reese Witherspoon. She tries to protect a drug lord's sexy widow played by Sofía Vergara, and they race through a gauntlet of gunmen and crooked cops and craziness. I was laughing, like I said, the whole way, and I want to give it 4 out of 5 hot pink stars.
Cool.
Yes.
Check that out. Okay.
I want to assume that you are as in love with Miranda Lambert as I am, but I need to know.
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Can I tell you that this Red Wagon song, can I tell you that I'm going to tell you.
I saw your post.
Yes, I'm sorry. That she needs to stick with country because that is not country, and I think that it is. I just can't. I can't do it.
I was surprised when it was a single. I was like, whoa, okay. The thing about her music is when you listen to her CDs, there's so many different influences when it comes to her music. You have the country sounding songs, you have the ballads, and then you have those rockin' songs. Mm-hmm. And Little Red Wagon was one of those. The Way the World Goes Round was on a previous album of hers. Very similar sound, just kind of that funky rockin' song. Uh-huh. And I think she sang that song in one award show. And then I didn't hear it again. So to hear Little Red Wagon on the radio, I was like, whoa, wow, she's really stepping outside of her comfort zone.
Yes, she did. And a lot like it. A lot of people like it. And that's good because, I mean, everybody likes different things. I mean, it's just not for me. See, I am into new country, but I like old country also.
That's how I am. I will have my days where I'm jamming out to Conway Twitty, but then I have my days where I'm jamming out to Chase Rice.
Yes.
And so yes, I love that about you. And I feel like there's a story about Miranda almost every week. Natty pointed out last week was probably the first time that she's been on the show that I haven't talked about Miranda. But this week, there's a story.
That is true. I think that's probably true.
Yes. She has become Country Living's first cover girl. I've heard of Country Living magazine my whole life. I've seen it. I never realized that there had not been a cover girl on their magazine. Had you?
No, I haven't.
But then when I stop and think, I'm like, there have been a lot of flowers, a lot of baskets, kitchens.
Yes.
But yes. I never realized that. I probably would not have even known had they not posted about it.
It's probably good that you don't live here because you probably would never be at work because she spends a lot of time in Tishomingo and she's always at the animal shelter. So, you would probably be there.
I would be like blacklisted. They would put a monitor on me.
You'd have a VPO against you or something.
Right. Mm-hmm. Don't tell her, please. But nope. She is going to be Country Living magazine's first person to ever be on the cover of their magazine. She's featured on the cover of the June issue and is also the guest editor for the publication. Wow. The Home and Lifestyle magazine says it's never featured a person on its cover in its 36-year history.
Wow.
So the issue explores how country music influences country style. And she also talks about her husband, Blake Shelton's green thumb. He plans to plant tomatoes and strawberries and then make jam. Huh. I've planned things like that before, too. But maybe he'll have success.
I'll have to check that out. My tomatoes, maybe I can get some tips.
Yeah.
It didn't work out for me. So.
I tried it once. I tried strawberries once, too. I have mint growing. Mint is easy. I couldn't even do that. But strawberries, they are like rabbits. Once they start multiplying, you'll never get rid of them. So there's a problem if you can't grow strawberries. Yep. It's kind of like if you can't deal with bamboo or cactus, They're supposed to be easy.
I've killed a cactus, and I can kill aloe. So, yeah.
But you've kept a beta fish alive. That's better than me.
Oh, I love him.
He needs. Does he have his own Facebook page yet?
Oh, you know what? He will.
He needs to. I will like it.
He will later.
Just send it to me, and then you can post daily pictures and updates.
I will. I just love him. He's spoiled. He knows me and he knows Ken when he walks in the office, but anyone else he hides from him. He's silly. Yeah, he's spoiled.
And his name is?
Well, his name is, oh boy. His name is Geneva Bish, Bish, because my grandson can't say fish, but he said it's a bish. So that's where Mr. Bish comes from. I saw you refer to him as Bish. Yes,
I thought that was adorable.
Yeah, and then somebody told me to name him Geneva. So he's like a first transgendered beta fish because he's a male. The males are like peacocks. The males are beautiful and the females are not. And so he's a male. He's just trapped in a female name's body. But yeah, his name is Mr. Bish. I love him. Yeah, he's spoiled.
He's adorable. I had a beta in my bathroom for less than a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, never knew what happened to that. I knew you did.
Now that container, because it's this giant champagne glass, was his bowl.
Yeah.
And now that is a holder of bracelets.
Well, that would work. Yeah, that works too.
Very functional.
I used to have like a brandy sniffer, a huge brandy sniffer that I kept him in.
Yes.
But then I discovered that I really feel because he's a living, breathing animal, he needs to have heat and he needs to have a filter. So then we go up to a 3-gallon tank, and then he's now up to a 5-gallon tank. And so now I think he's happy.
So that's probably where I went wrong. And it was winter here in Colorado, so even though our heat was on, it may have gotten too cold for him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're supposed to live that way, but I don't think they should. So
yeah,
that's why he doesn't. Yeah, I'm in the wrong business. Maybe an animal business or something.
That could be your retirement goal.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah, once you retire, you can start, work with Miranda.
I would. Well, that could be that would be a partner in crime to have.
That would be a lot of fun. Speaking of Miranda, again, she has what her store is called the Pink Pistol. There's one in Texas and one in Oklahoma. You have been to the Pink Pistol.
In Tishomingo.
Yes. How many times?
Huh?
How many times have you been to the Pink Pistol?
Well, we've only been there once, actually. We were there 3 days after it opened.
I know. I wear that scarf with pride.
Now and there wasn't anything that they had just opened, so there really wasn't anything that had the name on it to buy. So I just, but now there is. And you cannot buy it online. It's something that she's not interested in doing any of that. You have to go to the store. You can't buy it. There's no online ordering. You just have to visit her store there's a sign in it also that says, if you see me here in the store, which you probably will, I do not do photos. However, it's the animal shelter in Tishomingo. She will take her picture with you.
Ah. And I've met her a few times. I have pictures with her. I don't want to be the creeper.
Yeah, and I think the same way. I would never do it either, but I think because she spends so much time there, she's just telling everybody, you can see me, but if you want a picture, then donate to my animal shelter. And it's understandable. I mean, like I said, there's no online ordering. You have to go to the store. When we went, it was a concrete floor, so they were handing out pins so everyone finds the floor, which was really cool. And now that they've expanded, that's changed, and they've covered it all up, and it's not that way anymore. But she does have the Ladysmith open. You know that.
Yes, that's a bed and breakfast. And you made reservations, right?
And it's right there. We have not stayed there because the room that I want are never available. So you just have to catch it and pick it and hope for the best. Mm. But she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 8 rooms. Some of them have an ensuite bathroom, some have a private bath, and some have a shared bath. No shared bath for me. Those are always available. Anyway, we'll check that out one time too.
Well, I do want to thank you because the first time you went to the Pink Pistol, you bought a scarf. for me and sent it to me, and I wear that scarf with so much pride. Anytime someone compliments me, I'm like, it's from my friend Kim. She